welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to the Unholy Tea. Let me jump on here on Facebook and sound check real quick, and then we're going to go ahead and get started today. All right, sound is running, sound is running. There we go. What's up? What's popping? How is your week starting? Welcome to CSHR Radio, and welcome to the Unholy Tea. As always, sharing is caring. So when you see this, please, 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 please hit the share button, people. We here at CSHR Radio cannot stress to you enough how important that share button is. That share button helps us. It shows engagement. It helps us expand our reach. So please, please, whenever you see an Unholy Tea episode, whenever you see a Herb Relations episode, whenever you see anything on CSHR Radio, man, hit the emoji and hit that share for us. What's that? So I came into today and we got a topic planned for today. I've decided we're going to do a review today. We're going to review Distrokid services. Now, if you don't know what Distrokid is, don't worry. In today's video, you're going to learn how people self-publish music. And Distrokid is one of them services people use to self-release music. Again, I'm going to highly encourage you as you see this to hit the share button. Sharing is caring. And we appreciate all the care you can give us here at CSHR Radio. So, we're going to kind of do a little bit of screen share today. Hold on. Let me start by pulling this laptop a little bit closer. There we go. We're going to get in on some screen sharing today. We're going to get in and busting down, but we're going to let the stream breathe for a little bit first. Before we get to showing anything or really diving into today's topic, we're going to take probably about the first 10 minutes of this broadcast and really let the stream breathe. I'm going to start doing something a bit different with these live videos and with these videos. We're not going to jump in, or at least not for the Unholy Tea. I can't speak how every host is going to run their show. But here on the Unholy Tea, the first 10 minutes are going to be kind of our centering and our grounding. Give the video time to hit the Internet of Things and get out there. Get people time to get here before we start talking. Which, speaking of talking, I got a lot I could talk about right now, but y'all going to have to watch my post because I'm waiting on the lineup so I can say an exact slot. But oh yeah, first weekend of August about to be fun. Definitely, if you're not following me on social media, you should. I'm going to show you that anything is possible. So I see we got, according to this view count, we got 3 people watching with us. Whoever you 3 people are, greetings and thank you. Tell them what up, Cash. Brody being all camera shy today and hiding. I don't know what's up with him. He acting like a real McAsshole right now. But so I've been self-releasing with Distrokid for about 2.5 years now. In 2.5 years, I've definitely had a lot to learn and a lot that I can throw in a review. So that's what we're going to do today. Before we start talking, I'm going to go ahead and throw a screen share up real quick. Share screen. Boom. Here we go. We're going to share this screen real quick. Boom. All right, so you can see it. So like, I'm going to go ahead and smack down CR releases just so you can kind of see for a little bit over 2 years. You be now I would click on like individual ones and kind of show you that, but I'm not going to because it actually shows some information that I really just am not comfortable putting on a live stream. There's no need for me to show people. You'll be like my ISRC numbers or all that. But boom. Oh whoa. Click that back. So there's definitely a lot of different features we're gonna cover, including getting your Spotify verified check marks. This is something new. I'm just now seeing this right now. And we're definitely going to be going ahead and diving into this a little bit later on. After I get off this, I'm going to look more into this. Getting your official YouTube channels, your official artist channels through YouTube, connecting your music to Tidal, and your Apple Music account. There's actually all types of things that are really, really, really possible with Distrokid. So, yeah, we still got 6 minutes. So, what's up, Miss Jackie? I see our human resources or inhumane resources head is in the chat watching. Still got about 4 minutes before we dive into this. Like I said, we're going to let this breathe some today. Go ahead and stop that screen share for a minute. Stop it. Sharing is caring. And I'm going to say it at least one more time before these first 10 minutes is up. Sharing is definitely caring. So, before we start talking about all the cool features of Distrokid and all of the things that come with it and things that I like, I'm actually going to start this out and talk about something that I particularly have not enjoyed with Distrokid. Still got about 3 or 4 more minutes till we start this though. Let's get some water and wet this whistle and get ready. And since I'm doing a product review, Fruity Loop Studio, FL Studio, y'all next on my list. So I suggest y'all get this server issue together before I give y'all a scathing review on social media. I don't want to do that because I really like using FL Studio. But right now I'm upset. That's right, Tyler. Sharing is caring. Sharing is caring is going to be one of my new catchphrases that we're going to use a lot here because we need shares. We need shares to increase the reach of the pages. Sharing is going to be caring. So, starting out, I'm going to start out with something that really has bothered me with using Distrokid. And I'm going to start out because Distrokid really, I recently had a whole EP removed off of Spotify, and Spotify's reason for removing it was artificial plays. Aw, well, Jackie and Tyler, that's why we hurt y'all. Me and the green guy here hurt y'all because y'all share, so y'all care. But as I was saying, something that I'm not happy with Distrokid service is this response from Spotify in citing people's projects as artificial streaming. Now, in our case, we caught that from using a service provided by Distrokid. I think they've actually disabled it because a lot of people have really been making a fuss about it. But in one of the tools that was available with Distrokid was this thing called a wheel of playlist. So what you would do is you would go to this wheel of playlist, you would select one of the songs you released, and you would spin this wheel. Now, on this wheel, it gives you different positions on this playlist, and you get the best of 3 spins. So you get 3 spins, and your best number was where they're going to throw you at on this playlist. As somebody that's using the service of DistroKid and self-releasing music, heck yes, I was going bananas on that every wheel of playlist. You were able to spin the wheel once every 24 hours. So like I was 24 hours, 24 hours. I'm on this wheel spinning it because I'm thinking that this was a tool that was being provided for an artist to use. What I didn't realize is this was a banana in the tailpipe. So evidently, this wheel of playlist feature ends up putting your music on botted playlist and a lot of spam playlists. So what ended up happening is people that were using that wheel of playlist found their material getting deleted off of Spotify because Spotify was considering it to be artificial streaming. Now, when I first experienced it, I was kind of like, what the crap? Once I realized that it only took my music off of Spotify and it wasn't taking it off of other services, or at least it hasn't at this point, I've kind of really fell back and not really cared. For me, it didn't become a big issue because I actually, at that exact point, was starting the process of rebranding as an artist, which is something we're going to actually talk about more in depth in this video a little bit later down the line. Being that I was in that kind of rebranding phase, Scott, you do not have to say sorry, my man. You do not have to say sorry. Everybody that sees this, hold on. I got to talk to our big dog real quick before I continue. Big homie, you don't have to apologize. We all know that you got life going on. I know that you like to typically be in the producer seat. That's why I threw it out there and asked. I also know that you've been big on us about being on time. So when I seen you were tied up, that's what a station manager does. We get on and we do our job. Thank you for popping in and thank you for sharing, big homie. So now, back to jumping into about Distrokid, y'all. Because I was going through this stage of artist rebranding myself, the fact that some of the music came off of Spotify didn't bug me, but it did bug me. It did bug me because everything that I've released under the name Mudwubs, I definitely was linking to my new artist name of Maxxx2Unholy. So that kind of did bother me some, but in the same token, I just took it kind of as more of a sign like, all right, let me get away from this path I carved as Mudwubs and really focus on bringing this Maxxx2Unholy artist out. So now that I've shared something that I did not like about Distrokid, let's go. Let's get into it because there's been a lot that I've liked. So if you're seeing this, you're probably going to ask yourself, why do I care to hear anything about Distrokid? If you're asking yourself that, you probably don't care. You probably don't even want to watch the rest of this. But if I've caught your attention with the first 13 minutes of this, then you're going to love the rest of tonight's broadcast. If I've caught your attention, you're probably somebody that's interested in music or you're an artist. Distrokid is what's known as a DSP. In other words, it's a music service platform. It's a provider. It's like a distributor. It's a music distribution partner. Now, using Distrokid services, there are so many tools. From being able to upload your music and put them in all types of streaming platforms. And when I say all types of streaming platforms, I'm talking about Amazon. And I don't even know how to pronounce that name. Anghami. Apple Music, YouTube Music, MediaNet, Boomplay, Deezer, Instagram and Facebook, Adapter, Flow. I've never heard of that. YouTube Music, iHeartRadio, Claro Musico. Don't know what that is. iTunes, JOAX. Never heard of that. KK Box. Never heard of that. Kuack Media, never heard of that. NetEase, I've never heard of that. QOBZ, I've never heard of that. Pandora, SAAVN, I've never heard of that. Spotify, TENCENT, I've never heard of that. Tidal, TikTok, and ByteDance stores. Yandex Music, which that's the beta for Yandex Music. I've never heard of Yandex Music before. But as you see, using a music provider, using a distribution provider gives you the ability to do more than just post it to the very basic. And yes, Tyler, it is very much a lot of music apps. And I see stoned and supportive, liking music, whatever it is, we didn't caught your interest. So now let's go ahead and jump into this. Uploading music and getting it submitted, it's an easy process. They've got their guidelines. You upload it, you set your details, you set depending on the plan you sign up for. They've got a couple different levels of plans that you can sign up for. There's a free plan where you can just basically post music, which if you're just dabbling with music, definitely the free ways to go. If you're more getting into the serious artists, and you definitely want to look at either the mid-level plan or the top tier plan. I personally, at this state, don't need the label plan, so I'm in the middle bracket. Now, I'll be honest, I've considered and I'm considering when I can afford it upgrading to the label plan just because of some of the features that come with the label plan. See, in the label plan, there's features that the mid-level plan doesn't have access to, such as RIAA Gold and Platinum monitoring. The ability to have this access to basically a directory of like places you can send your music. Like it's a search engine. Like this is in the ultimate. It is a search engine for like playlist. Now, most artists probably won't think about services like that. As somebody that also uses a couple other playlisting services, it's definitely something that's alluring to me, trying to get them stats up. But the uploading the music, it's honestly pretty straightforward. It really is pretty straightforward. So what I'm gonna do real quick is I'm gonna drop this screen share on for y'all real quick and kind of just put it on that specific one, just so you can kind of see what it would look like if you were to upload music. Share. So if you were to upload music, you go here, you click upload, and see when you upload, you can even, if you pay for it, upload full-length music videos. But boom, we'll just hit upload music. So now, bow. You see that checklist of boxes? Right there are all the places it's going to upload your music to when you upload it. Spotify, TikTok, and other ByteDance stores, Deezer, all the ones I named off, and Snapchat. Now you can select, I'll tell you right here how many songs. Is this something that you've released previously or not re-releasing it? This is that alluring sales pitch to get you to upgrade. Like you see, they even tell you XYZ number of artists upgraded today. Your artist name. Now, the beautiful thing about the mid-level plan is that you have the ability to have two artist names. So, like for me, I started out releasing my music under the name Mudwubs. Then I decided to rebrand to the name Maxxx2Unholy. When you're doing this, boom. See, now because I have a release, moving forward as I release under Maxxx2Unholy, everything is streamlined. Already in Spotify, already in Apple Music, already in YouTube Music, already on Instagram, already on Facebook. Now you can set your release date. Boom. Gives you kind of a little guide right there you can click for more info to kind of help you with figuring out how to release it. Now, because I subscribe to the mid-level plan, I am able to customize my record label name. So for me, Rebellion Records, that's Maxx. If I drop music under Rebellion Records, I can customize the name. If I so happen to put out a song and want to put it under one of my homies' labels, I can customize the name. Select your genres, select your album cover. Now, if you look right there, there is a whole little kind of area where it tells you, hey, here's the specifications of what we want for you for an album cover for your music. This gives you exactly what it needs to be. Recommended images are 3000 by 3000 square JPG format. This is just a recommendation though. We accept most image sizes. It tells you what will cause the stores to reject your artwork. It tells you that you own it and everything in it. Stores will reject your artworks if it contains images that you found online that you don't have an explicit right to use. So now after you upload your album cover, start with your music. Drop your track title in there. It gives you kind of the guidelines for what to do for dropping your track title. You got a friend that was on this song with you? Is one of your homies or somebody, there's somebody that collaborated with you? Bow. You can add a featured artist. Now that featured artist can be a remixer, he can be a featured artist. Boom. Do you want to add a version? Is this a dirty version? Is it the radio cut? Boom. Then it gives you the song preview section. Now right here is where you upload your audio file. See right here where it says already have an ISRC code? Say you're remastering your track or this is a re-release. Boom. Now you got your way to link that original song and all of your plays from that original song right here. Or we'll talk about this in a little bit. This right here is how you set up that waterfall release strategy. We'll talk about waterfall releases in a bit. Is your audio in Dolby Atmos or Spatial? Did you write it or is it a cover writer? Beautiful thing about this is if you're doing a cover song, Distrokid will generate your license for that cover song. Now, right here, songwriters, this right here is where you put your credits in. So, music, lyrics for your songwriting. Is your lyrics explicit? Is this a radio edit? Is this an instrumental? You can either let the streaming services decide your start time. And for iTunes and Amazon, you can pick the price of the song. Then they've got these extras. For 99 cents a year, you're in the Discovery Pack. Add your music to global databases, audio fingerprinting. Store Maximizer for $7.95 a year. It will keep uploading your music to every new store it adds. Social Media Pack, $4.95 a year plus 20% of platform ad revenue. Get notified and paid when your music is used in content on YouTube and TikTok. This will add your music to the YouTube Creator ID and the TikTok Music ID. Leave a Legacy feature. Now, this Leave a Legacy feature is free if you've got the label plan, but for a $29 one-time fee, this will never get deleted, even if you cancel your account or your payment doesn't go through. Billed annually at $99, breaking down to $8.25 a month, Distrokid music video distribution. Loudness normalization, a one-time $2.99 fee for each song. And then it's got your whole distribution agreement and all that good jazz that you check off basically. Yes, Tyler. Distrokid, well, yes and no. It is a creation aspect. Yes, it's how you put things together, but StreamYard and Distrokid would be two totally separate types of services, I guess is what I want to say right there. So now with all of them features, what exactly has been the 2-year experience with Distrokid? Well, let's get there. My biggest gripe, honestly, so far has really been the wheel of playlist. That's really the only gripe I've had so far about DistroKid is this wheel of playlist. Now, let's drop this screen share back up real quick. Drop this screen share back up real quick. So now they've also got this. Did you collaborate with somebody? If you collaborated with somebody, then DistroKid's got what's called splits. So you select a song. Let's say right here, I'm just gonna say I'm just gonna select X award just because. Boom. I'm gonna click next. And you can add collaborators. Hold on. Add a collab. Oh, that did not go the way I wanted it to. So hold on. We're gonna back up to like one of my first releases. There we go. Wow. Now say I wanted to add a collaborator on a track. Boom. Select a collaborator. Put how much of the track can be like you felt they earned on that collaborating. They've got a stats so you can track your artist plays, and you can do it for Spotify, iTunes, and Amazon, and Apple Music. They've got Spotify artist plays. Pop it here real quick. Mm. No hesitation, as you see, ain't been hitting. But you got your Spotify artist page where you can go through, get your metadata, do things like see where your saves were, see your audience, create campaigns. They got videos and visuals so you can make canvases, all types of stuff. This right here is like a gold mine for an artist. Now, besides that, we've talked about Spotify for artists. The TikTok account or the TikTok is something new. Now, another cool feature, the official artist channel on YouTube. Now, if you're somebody that has a YouTube channel, right? Say you've got a YouTube channel and you've got some of your art on there already, or you want to use the YouTube channel that you already have, that official artist channel is a real easy integration. It's really easy for you to claim your official artist channel and then make a channel under your control, the official artist channel. So, like in my case, let's go ahead and go look over here at YouTube real quick, and we'll pull up Maxxx2Unholy's channel just so y'all can see how easy this smoothed out. Boom. We're gonna go ahead and hit share for y'all real quick. Hold on. Boop. YouTube. Share. Boom. Make this big. So boom. I already kind of had a channel that I was working on. Just migrated everything right over to here. So now, as I upload shorts, as I'm working on branding, everything's going to pop on this channel. So, what I don't have to worry about is my music ending up on like that random channel or a channel that I don't really have control over or that I'm not affiliated with. Besides that, let's see what other features we got. We covered the Spotify, we've covered the services, we've covered Tidal. I haven't really done much with, nor Apple, because I don't really use either service. But then you've also got this right here. Now, I actually have no qualms with sharing this because for me, this has been a learning developmental stage. So, boom, we're going to share that screen. And then we're going to hit bank. So, You want to know how you're doing, right? I'm going to tell y'all something. You don't make a lot of money from streaming services. Y'all see what I've accumulated in 2.5 years. In putting up music in 2.5 years, I've made a whopping $7.65 before any whatever these fees are going to be. But it's kind of dope because you can see it by your artist. You can see how much you're making on each song. You know what I mean? It'll tell you like what songs you have a percentage of a split with. Whoa. You can even see it as to how much you're making on each service. So like for me, I made 13 cents on Apple Music, $1.08 on Spotify, $3.29 on YouTube Red. Hey, YouTube Red, good looking. $2.26 on Amazon Streaming. How I made that on them services, I don't know. Now, what are some of the downsides to using services like this? I'll be honest. If you're somebody that doesn't have it in you to work and push a brand and build a brand, dropping on Distrokid is not going to do you a bit of good. If you think that, oh, I'm going to make music and I'm going to post this online and it's just going to take off, you in for a rude awakening. If you're somebody that wants to be able to have a place to release your music through and do the legwork and build yourself as an artist, Distrokid might be a service you might want to use. Now, fair disclosure, there are a lot of other music distribution services you can utilize. Can't really tell you much about them because when I did my compare and contrast, I really kind of liked where I seen with Distrokid. I really liked what I seen with Distrokid, and I'll be honest, I don't really plan on leaving Distrokid at this point in time because there's actually a really awesome integration right now between FL Studio and Distrokid that kind of really has me liking the fact that I use both softwares. In the newer updates to FL Studio, they've integrated direct integration with releasing your music projects from your FL Studio into your Distrokid. So I like that. I can make music on FL Studio, and then once I'm done with everything and I got my master ready, I can straight upload it. Bada bing, bada boom. I really like that. I really, really like that. That's the review. That's the short and skinny on the review for Distrokid. Is this a service that's going to make you rich? I mean, anything's possible, but it's not the service that's going to make you rich. You're going to have to work for it. The Distrokid platform is more for that self-driven artist that just wants to be able to officially release their music. They don't want to go through the struggle of having to deal with a label or deal with finding somebody to distribute the music for them. They're willing to be hands-on involved in the process. That's the skinny of it. I've seen a lot of people, posting. I've seen a lot of stories, that have talked about one of the gripes I started out with, the Wheel of Playlist. And while I understand the gripe, in the same token, none of them people really elaborated that it was literally just Spotify that their music was removed from. So what happened is on social media, all of these people were making it seem like all of their music was lost completely. No, it just didn't make Spotify's algorithm. So with that being said, if you're an artist and do a little bit of research, definitely avoid things like the Wheel of Playlist. If you want to put music up that doesn't get tagged by Spotify as botted, don't use the Wheel of Playlist. And if you want me to be totally honest, You don't have to use the wheel of playlist. You do not have to use the wheel of playlist. I'm going to show y'all something real quick. Give me just a moment to pull something up. Just a moment, pulling something up. All right. Wow. Here we go. Let's reshare this. Reshare. So, as I was saying, there's a way to get that share on without using the Distrokid's wheel of playlists. This site right here is called Submit Hub. Now, Submit Hub is definitely an interesting site. And I'm going to take some time to get more projects finished. And we're definitely going to come back and talk about this one. But what I will say is I've got one there that I didn't submit. I did inadvertently submit one of me and the homies group projects, which the homie was not very happy at first about it. I made a mistake there. And then I recently went through and submitted my last drop, no hesitation. Besides Submit Hub, there is another service, but I'm not going to give that away yet because them two services are going to be a future Unholy Tea episode. Well, y'all know how I am here at the Unholy Tea. Y'all know how Max is. I don't like to be long-winded. I don't like to take up a lot of y'all time, especially on a Monday. I like to give y'all some respect, because y'all sacrifice some of y'all time. So I'm not going to spend another 23 minutes trying to drag this out and make this an hour-long thing. We've covered what we came to cover today. The people that's watching, thank y'all for tuning in. It's always a pleasure for the support. Y'all know we right here rocking next week. For those of y'all that see this down the line, every Monday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, we smack in CSHR Radio. Which, by the way, thank you, CSHR Radio, because we doing 2-for-1 specials right now. This is one that we're going to actually download a hard copy of this recording. We're going to use this on the artist channel. So thank you, CSHR, for giving me the ability to kill two birds with one stone. Enjoy your week. I'm in week 2 of prime season at work, which means for the rest of this week, I'm about to get my tail kicked at work, but it's so worth it because the first weekend of August is about to go crazy. That's right. The first weekend of August is going to go crazy. So make sure that if you see this, make sure y'all locking this dial in on Monday, August the 5th. Hopefully Scott is feeling better. Hopefully I can get Scott in the stew, to jump in the producer seat, because I plan on having a lot of pictures and videos to show y'all about the weekend before. That's it, y'all. Me and the green guy going to tell y'all stay sleazy, stay trippy, and stay weird. Thanks for tuning in.